So I think it's fair to say that when I've done unboxings on this channel, and I haven't posted a huge amount of them despite having recorded quite a few, they've never gone down particularly well, but despite my better judgment, I'm going to have another go at a brief ones because I have got my new delivery of Elgato Wave Panels. I've already actually got some of these up in the studio, and I think they're really interesting, but as a result, I thought we'd take a closer look. So hello and welcome to Hamer Reviews, first of all. As I said, we're going to be looking at these Elgato panels. The Wave panels are interesting because they are essentially acoustic foam panels for the walls of a room that you record in to improve the audio, reduce echo, basically get the best out of the space that you've got. Elgato is actually a company that's owned by Corsair. They make a lot of accessories for streamers and creators, so a lot of microphones, you get LED lights, webcams now, there's a lot of things they make, but these are what interested me because I've been looking at a way to improve the audio in this room. Now, hopefully, if I have been doing my job right, you usually don't think the audio is too bad on this channel, but a fair bit of post-processing does go on my part in order to get it to that point, because there's a fair bit of echo in this room. As a result, I wanted to look at the Wave panels to see if I can improve it, and just to give you a general overview of this particular product. So without further ado, let's jump in. So I've broken out the first layer of the box, copious amounts of sticky tape, keeping it closed, and we've got mounting, clips and frames, plus the little instruction booklet. That's what you get on the first layer. Going down to the second layer, this might not be a huge surprise, we have the panels themselves. So this is the complete contents of the box that you receive. This is the starter kit, which is 6 panels, and the mounting kit and the instructions. Now you're going to find these panels are really light. They're not very heavy at all, which is good. They have a little motif on them. There's a reason for that. We'll talk about that in a moment. But this is essentially what you're going to get if you buy them. Now, cost-wise, they're not the cheapest things in the world. You're £120 for 6 of these panels, and arguably, if you go on Amazon, you can find more for a lot less. Such as these foam panels, which you can get in a pack of 12 for about £10. So these are essentially what you can get on Amazon for a similar price, but these are very light and flimsy. They're just literally sprayed foam, whereas this is a lot more sturdy. You have a thick foam back, different types of foam inside, so there's certainly a little bit more to these than meet the eye. Now the Elgato Wave panels are available in 2 colours at the moment, blue and black, which I think are the Elgato colours actually, kind of think about it. But bear in mind, that might be a bit limiting for you if you have a particular colour scheme. So for instance, for me, I'm not planning on putting these at the back here because, to be completely honest, blue isn't quite the colour I'm going with at the moment. As a result, I'm actually hiding them away on the walls to the side. I already have my 6 panels over there, and a few more panels over here as well. Obviously, if you get these, check the first page, make sure you have everything that you are supposed to. Always nice when they include that, so you have a list of contents. The thing is, and the reason why I wanted to do this little video, these are so simple to set up, it's crazy, and I'm going to show you how. I'm going to open up my first packet of frames. This is going to be a bit noisy. And you have a whole load of these plastic frames. Might look complicated, but the fact of the matter is that it isn't. You have 2 distinct sides, and ignore these little round circles. What you're looking for is the little T-shaped plastic bars and the little hole on the side, and it is just a case of pushing them together until they click. And then you just continue this. And it's very simple because you only need a few of them. I'm just going to quickly clip these together. Quite funny, first time I did this, I actually confused myself quite badly trying to work out what the circular holes are for. They're for mounting the panels themselves, so you don't actually need them at this stage. And that is the mounting mechanism complete. It genuinely is that simple. Take the panel, and you can test fit them just by pushing them on top, and this panel is now going to stay inside the frame. It is literally as simple as that. Now at this stage, obviously you don't want to push your panel in because you want to mount them on your wall. So how can you do that? Well, you have 2 different style of mountings included in the box. First off, we've got a whole load of screws and washers, which is all well and good if you want to screw them to your wall. All the power to you. Now I have solid brick walls in this building, which aren't actually great for screwing things because it means I have to drill everything out. So what I like the look of is these. All you need is 2 of these tiny command strips, stick them to the back of your frame, and you can mount them wherever you want to. Now, against my better judgment, I'm just going to take one of these, bearing in mind I haven't stuck both down because I'm going to take this off the wall in a moment, and I'm hoping this isn't going to take all my paint off. But with both, these are completely solid, and that is as simple as the entire process is. Now, I said I was going to talk about the design of these. Actually, really interesting. You'll notice that they're rounded. They have no sharp edges. They've got a couple of flat pieces, but not a huge amount. And the reason for that is that this provides you with the best way of dispersing sound. The less sharp edges you have, the less sort of echo you're going to get, more sound absorption you're going to get. That's my understanding. I am not a sound engineer, but that is how I understood it when I was reading through everything. So as a result, you're going to get yourself a nice amount of sound deadening material and a lot of echo reduction. In terms of the panels, they have a nice design printed on them. You can be quite creative, actually. It doesn't really matter how you mount them, but obviously you may want to follow the design if you wanted to give yourself a little bit something a little bit more creative. But yeah, lots of options, and overall really, really simple to use. Now I'm going to take this off, fingers crossed, without taking off the paint. Success. But that's it. It is as simple as that. You just put together 6 of these frames. You get 2 packs, 3 in each, and stick them to your walls. If you want to screw them in, you absolutely can do. But you know, at the end of the day, you don't have to. The last thing you get is clips, and now the clips are designed to hold multiple frames together. So especially if you're using the sticky tape, it provides you a bit of extra support on the frame. So if I put another frame together, and again, really is nice and quick. God, I almost feel like I'm on a telesales channel. I assure you this is not a sponsored post. I literally just saw these and thought it would be quite an interesting thing to look at, and now I'm very glad I ordered them because they really are so simple to use. I would have quite liked to buy a pack of black and a pack of blue, but to be completely honest with you, the only reason I went with blue was I could find them a couple of pounds cheaper online, and I didn't see the point in paying for something that especially wasn't going to be on video, and this room is literally just used for my videos, so there wasn't really a need for it to be colour coordinating at this stage. So I guess if they end up in the background at some point, the joke will be on me. So having put the frame together just to demonstrate, and I found it only really works once they're on the wall and mounted, but you can basically take this clip that is included and you clip it between both of them, and it just provides a little bit of support and ensures that they don't fall apart. Obviously, when they're like this and they're not stuck to a wall, it's not particularly useful, but I assure you they do something on the wall that you can see on your screen at the moment. So that is the Elgato Wave Panels. Whether they provide better audio or not, so I've certainly noticed reduced echo in this room since I've put the 6 panels up that I've already got up. I purposely didn't put the other 6 out, mostly because I wanted to do this video, and if I had unboxed it already, it kind of wouldn't work. But there does seem to be something in it. Yes, there are cheaper ones available, and indeed much more expensive choices. But for me, I think it's a good middle ground, and if you're shooting video or recording audio, it's certainly a good choice. I see a lot of people who mount these in front of themselves on so for instance, if you've got a monitor with against the wall, then you might put it around the monitor in order to provide sound deadening if you're speaking to a microphone, or even if you're just on regular phone calls and using an open mic, it will help improve the audio that way too. So I have actually already finished the video, but I decided to add this extra part. I'm just going to show you me putting up these 3 sound panels to start off with, just to give you an idea of really how simple this process is. So we're just going to put this first panel over the side here. Should have probably checked where I put the glue or the sticky tape on these. So the second one I'm just going to put directly to the side to it. That helps if you take the cover off the plastic tape. And now we can put one of those clips on that I was talking about just now. That is now firmly in place. Now we're going to take the next frame. Definitely taking the sticky tape off this one first. And now we're going to take 2 of those clips. Hear them clicking into place. Now this is a solid panel. I'm just going to get myself through the foam panels. So with the 3 frames on the actual wall, we're just going to pop the first one in. It is as simple as that. They really do stay put. You wouldn't have thought it, but I promise you that they do. Try and match this design up a little bit at least. I think that'll be roughly like that. Then we take the last panel. There we go. Sorry, I'm in and out of frame here, not ideal. Yes, that matches up. So that is literally as simple as it is to mount these to the wall. Really is very straightforward and very fast, and you can add as many panels as you want. I will say that if you're kitting out a relatively large area, you're probably going to need at least 18, if not 24 of these panels. I'm using 12 initially in this room, but I'm fairly certain I'm going to want to add at least another 6. Looking at the pricing on the website, you're probably going to want to buy packs of 6 rather than the extension pack of just 2 panels, because they seem to get frighteningly expensive for just 2, whereas the startup kit seems to be better value for the 6 panels at £120. But there you have it, just my little additional segment. So that's a relatively short video and unboxing of the Elgato sound panels. Hopefully you found it useful. If you did, pop it in the comment section. We'd love to hear what you think and whether you'd like to see more of this kind of content. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe, as it really does help me out. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I see you again next time. I better go and tidy up now. Goodbye.